All right, Adine has asked, my question is related to revising. Specifically, what process do you recommend for incorporating beta readers' feedback? Should I wait until I have all feedback and combine it or start as soon as I receive the first reader's response? Adine, again, I'm gonna answer from my gut and from my experience, and for all of you out there listening to my quote advice, take it with a grain of salt because everyone's different. I would probably personally wait for at least a big chunk of the feedback to come in to make sure that I'm not, one, revising something that's only one person's opinion, unless I really, really, really resonate with it and I'm like, yeah, that's the best idea ever, and I definitely want to do that. But also just kind of keeps you from having to revise multiple times. Like, let's say the first person comes in and says, you know, I feel like this character would be more impactful if they were younger. I'm just making stuff up. And you're like, yes, absolutely, that would be so much better. And so you start working on that, making them younger. And then some other feedback comes in and says, you know, I feel like that character would be more impactful if they were a boy instead of a girl. And then you're like, yes. And you go back and you have to start changing it again. So it keeps you from having to do extra superfluous work. But you know, also having more than one piece of feedback is helpful to really weed out the outlier feedback, the stuff that only one person feels or only bugged one person, because if it only bugs one person and nobody else mentions it, chances are it might just be that person's thing, and that's fine, but it may not be something that you have to incorporate or that you want to incorporate. So that would be my piece of advice. Now, that doesn't mean you have to wait for everyone, because just keep in mind, not everyone's going to get back to you. Not everyone's going to fulfill their promise. Some people get busy, they get other things, they have less time than they think they had. And so you don't want to be just sitting around twiddling your thumbs while you're waiting for that like one piece of feedback to come back. But I think when you have a big chunk of it, having come back like 3 out of 5 readers or whatever it is, then that might be a good time to start incorporating. But again, do what feels right to you. If you enjoyed this video, we've got a lot more on writingmastery.com. Check the description for links to our blog, free writing tools, and more. Happy writing.